I think, like most people, you're always a bit wary when you hire a company to do something as to whether they will do what they say, how it'll look, but I've got nothing but praise for LTi. I believe there was an agent coming around the local doors and discussed it with me on the doorstep to begin with, and the initial conversation interested me. So I made an appointment for someone to come along and see me about it in more detail. So I organised that and moved to that next step. Aeneas came to see me here in the house and he spoke me through what the options were, what the costs were, what the differences would be. I liked the sale simply because it was informative without a push, without making you feel pressured into anything. I had a booklet with them with other houses to show a before and after, and it wasn't just 2 or 3 pictures, it gave me the different colour ranges, just the difference that it actually made, what improvements it made, and that convinced me. I decided to proceed and have my roof done. They gave me the time scale, and my roof was completed to the time scale. What impressed me at the time was just after the workmen left, there was some heavy rain, and once the roof dried out you could see bits on the roof that because it had rained before it was dry. But without me having to prompt LTi, they came back out and remedied that to over the full roof again, so I was impressed with that. It wasn't a touch-up job, it was a thorough job, so I liked that. I think like everybody else, you're aware of the potential inconvenience. Would the workmen be careful? Would they damage anything? What mess would they create and how it would be cleared up? So I had those in my mind to begin with, but I have to say that the installation team, once they came along, were very organised. They gave me notice of when they were coming, they just didn't appear. They explained to me everything that they would do and what precautions they would take when they were doing the work. They moved anything that could be knocked over or damaged safely out of the way. They then put protective coverings all around. They performed the work, and yes, because the roof had been fairly dirty over the years, there was quite a bit of dirt and dust came over it. It was everywhere outside. But true to their word, when they finished, the workmen were meticulous in clearing everything up, taking it all away, putting everything back the way that it had, so that by the end of the time when the work was finished, you would never have known that a workman had been here. So I was impressed with that because I'm particular about my premises. I found all the 3 groups that I had contact with very, very good. The head office were very professional, very helpful. Aeneas, who came to give me the information, like I said, was very helpful without being pushy or without making you feel uncomfortable. And the installation team led by Chris, it was Chris's installation team who came, they were very well organised, very well prepared, knew exactly what they were doing and carried everything out more than my satisfaction. I was very pleased with it, so much so that initially I had only decided to get my roof done. But I was so impressed with the workmanship on the roof and the performance from the company that I decided to get my walls done as well. So I invited Aeneas back out to see me and went through what could be done with the walls, what the costings would be. I found it very competitive and agreed to have my walls done as well. And just like with the roof, I got the notice, the workmen came to the time scales and the walls were getting done. What I did like with the walls though was that The weather wasn't as kind getting the walls done, so there was a couple of delays along the way. And the workmen didn't rush the job to get it finished. They waited till the weather was appropriate so they could do the job properly, and I really liked that, because a lot of companies would just rush to get it done and out of the way, but it wasn't a hit and run. I liked that. Oh, various members of my family have taken pictures of it to go and show others what the finished article was like. Many of my neighbours around have commented as well that they like it, and it gives them food for thought for the future. But the strangest one was a taxi driver going past stopped and made comment on it by saying that it actually looked like a new roof and new walls. So when you get a complete stranger making a comment like that out of the blue, then you know it's a good job. I would use them again if there was something else I needed done, and I would certainly recommend them to any other friends and family. I have mentioned it to anybody who's commented in the house who it was that did the house, so yes, I would highly recommend them.